Hey guys, welcome back to my channel We Learn Together. This is your host Harish, and today I'm bringing you the second part of the Norway history, but this time I'm doing a video reaction on the pros and cons living in Norway. In my previous video we learned about the Norway history. I will mention the history, the last video link in the description below. But today's video we are doing pros and cons of living in Norway. The video is originally made by Everdaters. They are providing the pros and cons for living in Norway. I didn't have much information about the current situation in Norway during this coronavirus pandemic, but this video is quite old, almost 3 years back. So we learned something new with this video about living in Norway. Let's go and find out.
In this video, we will share with you pros and cons of living in Norway. For those of us who are our subscribers, regular viewers, if you're not interested in this topic, please come back tomorrow for a regular upload. We're going to talk about such things as economy, weather, and even relationships. So stay tuned. Alright, here we go. Are you ready? Boom! We're starting from pros.
First one is
stable economy.
economy here is really great. You get a lot of money for any job you do, and you can have a comfortable living at the basic, salary.
That's right.
It seems like everybody here is well off. There's no such divide as really, really rich and really poor.
That's right.
Everybody's kind of in the middle.
Safe place, I put also safe driving, but it's like the same thing. Crime level in Norway is really low, very safe place to be. You can even, when people leave their stuff on the street somewhere, somebody lost a hat or gloves or whatever, they tend to put those clothes like in the place where somebody found it. People are very honest, and there's not a lot of thieves here. I think it's applicable also to driving. The driving is very safe. I mean, not many car accidents at all. People follow the rules. When you're on the street, it's no stress. And also the culture is that people, for example, don't use horn too much, and only like extreme. I think it's considered to be very rude when you use horn here in Norway. For you fishing lovers, sea fishing is for free, and you don't need any license, any permission, no fees or payments for fishing in the salt water.
People here, they have a front. You speak to them and you don't really feel maybe so welcomed at first, but once you break the ice, they're really friendly. You can form really deep relationships here. People are not afraid to go deep, I think. Because we lived in England before, and there you have the culture of small talk. You just say, hi, how are you, what's up? And then like a little weather conversation, and that's all, and then you go. But here, we're kind of not used to it because people were coming up to us and actually talking to us for like 20-30 minutes when they first met us. So it wasn't just small talk. And we kind of were like, oh, should we go? We're pulling away, but they were still talking. So we're like, okay, this is different.
Nature and views. Absolutely amazing. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful country.
In the summer, there are really long days, so you've got so much energy because you never really get tired. You feel like it's 6 o'clock when it can be 11 o'clock at night.
Salsa break!
People mind their own business. There is no such thing as asking somebody inappropriate questions or trying to fish out some details. People generally just keep to themselves, and that's nice for us because we're that type of person. It might be a con to somebody else, but for us it's a pro. You've got your own space, people don't walk into your space.
Not a big chance of getting fired. When you have a job here, your employer would have to really stretch himself, struggle to find the reasons to fire you, and he would have to prove it somehow.
Yeah. And he would probably have to go through a lot of paperwork.
Yeah.
It's really hard
here to fire you.
Yeah, it's really hard to hire to fire. Yeah, it's easy to hire, but it's hard to fire somebody. So yeah, once you get a job, basically you have it for all your life if you want it.
If the business you're involved in is stable, obviously. Okay, that was pro section. Let's put it aside. Cons of living in Norway. Can I start with the first one?
Yeah, it kind of links with the safe driving, right?
Yes, exactly. We were talking about safe driving. Probably that's the reason that there are really high fines for speeding. For parking, not that bad, but for speeding, when you compare it to speeding, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. And you can go to jail for speeding.
Yeah, we have friends that they were in jail because they were speeding over 30 kilometers per hour above the limit, and they had a choice either to, I'm not sure if our friend had a choice, but you may have a choice of paying like ridiculous amount of money or going to the jail basically for like 2-3 weeks or something. Just crazy, like yeah.
And we've got a jail in our town, and I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Which is probably full of people who are speeding.
Yeah. Living, grocery kind of stuff. Food is expensive. When you visit here, it's even more expensive for you probably. Even like a pack of Oreos, it's £2. And it's tiny, you know. Maple syrup is about £9 for like a really small bottle. Bread, for example, is about £3. Just an orientation.
We're saying in pounds because most of our audience is from Great Britain, so that's why it's relevant. To prove your Norwegian prices, we are going to the local grocery store now. That's local grocery store. So this is bread section. On average prices are, this is 19 kroner, which is about 1.8 British pounds at the moment. 34 kroner, 29, 27, 23. Like this one is really cheap. It's something about, yes, it's like a low quality bread. It has 6 kroner. Oh, 56p. So this is just bread. It's very expensive. But so the bread is like a representation of how expensive the food is in this country.
And life in general is quite expensive. Anything from like going to the restaurant, quite expensive, going for a coffee. Like yesterday we ordered pizza, that was quite expensive, but it was reasonable still.
Overall expensive. When you will check different statistics, different indexes. Yeah. Mainly Norway is the top 5 most expensive countries to live in.
There's not a lot of products here that you can buy. So especially for me as a woman and a fashion blogger, it's hard to get hold of some makeup items or brands. It's very limited in terms of what they sell here. Food, for example, vegetarian food, healthier kind of options, it's really limited. And clothes, they don't have a lot of brands, and if you want to order from abroad, that leads to another con. You have to pay import taxes, and they're really big.
Everything that we say, it's mostly impacted by the fact that we were in England, where accessibility is like, there's so much stuff.
So you really feel it here. The reason why they do it is basically because they want to protect the Norwegian economy. So they keep most of the products local, Norwegian. So that is something that you can explore here, for example.
Yeah. Bang! That's right. You're smart. Unstable weather. At least where place where we live, middle south.
Yeah, west.
Huh?
West, kind of.
Yeah, west. Yeah, but the Norway is really narrow, so it's really hard to pick. West from east is not that far. But most of the Norway is coast side. Most of the people, they live on the coast side.
Coastline.
With a coastline, sorry. What I mean by unstable, you can get sun, rain, snow, hail, wind. A beautiful day in a one day. Temperatures here where we live.
Yeah, they're quite mild.
Quite mild, so summer is not very summery.
Yeah,
and winter is not so much wintry, not so much. But the deeper inland you go, then the weather is more stable. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's colder to here. We rarely go to the minus spectrum of the Celsius temperature.
Yeah, exactly.
Celsius, not Fahrenheit.
This is probably the biggest by far con of living in Norway. So attention, but it's not, it's like really, really big.
Yeah.
I mean, big con. Big.
Big, but also let's just say that we don't know a lot about this subject, but we have heard some things.
Yeah, we have heard some things. We have friends that tell us how easily you can lose your child, your rights to nurture and look after your own child. Basically, you have to look after your own child, which is obvious. If you're not going to keep up with certain standards that government sets, then they can take your child away. There are controls that people control. There's like this organization,
Like a body that.
Yeah, exactly.
Spirit.
Child services that they can come to your house, check out if the standards are okay. If not, they will give you a warning or something. We don't really know much from our own experience, but that's what we heard. And then they give you like a warning if you are not, changing to this environment at your house. They can just take your child away, or you can't. It's not even about like touching and hitting. Forget about hitting a child. It's like very strict here.
Yeah, touching. Or if a child says something in the kindergarten, and the child might be lying, but if it says something, oh, my daddy does this or something that is a bit suspicious, then the teacher can report the situation, and then there is the investigation that starts. But often kids don't realize how their words can affect the whole situation.
Yeah.
The kid can be taken away without a good reason, just because there's something, like a little lie that the child says. Yeah, and then it's really hard to get the child back. So it's a good system, but it's still a bit faulty, because if there's a mistake and the person changes, for example, the parent changes their ways and they can actually prove it in court, even then it's hard to get the child back.
Yeah.
So it's only like a one-way system.
So Norway, big con.
Public transportation. It kind of sucks.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the buses here, they don't go very often. They're really expensive. Getting a ride there, like just to Mati's parents' house and back, is like £10. So it's £20 for both of us to just go there. You better get a car here, because it's hard to get to a lot of places, because buses don't go everywhere.
Those are our pros and cons of living in Norway.
That's it for the video, guys. I hope you have learned about pros and cons living in Norway. There were very much interesting fact that the child services can take your child away if they feel this child is not safe, is endangered, or it's been abused. So that culture is almost in every European country has. But in Norway, like they mentioned, that once they take your child away, it's very difficult to get it back. Also, the transportation over sucks as per their feedback, but they might have their own way of looking at transportation. Many European countries have expensive transportation, especially public transportation. So when you go there, you will find out by yourself. So I hope with this video you have learned some interesting point about Norway. And if you like to know about any other country, about pro and cons, just let me know. I'll find a video and share with you. Till next time, peace out.